Greetings everyone, and Grade here of another Company Heroes 1 replay. Spawn on top right side as the US Force, we got pwnstick. Double Engineer Opener. Spawn on left side as the Wehrmacht player, got I win, you lose. He hasn't really uploaded too many. And the last time he submitted a replay was actually a bit of time ago. I think the last replay I did with him was that 3-hour long replay. That was a painful in the cast. Allies do have a pretty good early game, but they do fall off a little bit in late game. But then again, I think also players just rely on too much of Panthers, and Panthers are a little bit too effective versus infantry. So like how Brits in Company Heroes 2, their comets are too effective versus infantry in my opinion. Engineers capturing some sectors here. We do have nothing else from the HQ. Going to Rifleman Squad, so double engineers into a rifleman. And, oh wait, that is a quintuple Pioneer opener, and does not versus Brits. So the Wehrmacht player just wants to capture the map very quickly. He's probably going to do a tier 1 skip, goes straight to tier 2, so you don't have to worry about snipers. You maybe take Havaz from his Twitch, do a reaction to one of his ones, possibly. Problem is that would be in most people think on Twitch streams at 720p, which I'm not sure how that will work out because I try to upload to YouTube for 4K 60 FPS, and I think on Twitch right now I'm doing 1080p 30 FPS.
Ready.
Not sure how that will look.
This is recon.
Jeep now deployed on the field.
Guys, listen up. Point is ours. We'll take it, knock it down. Eyes on me.
Also, I remember when I also have cast some of his Company Heroes 2 games in the past. Remember one of the times like he made a comment in one of my videos, like he found one of my casts of him that was like from 2 years earlier before he commented and wondering, when did this get uploaded? Engineers have been hit. Up here we do have the engineers and pioneers now engaging. It looks like the pioneers are going to lose the fight. Jeep firing away, hitting these pioneers quite nicely. Yeah, it looks like that area is pretty well entrenched.
Enemy unit down.
Did lose one of many pioneers. 4 pioneers left in the field. Actually, we do have tier 1 into Volksgrenadiers. Interesting.
Rifle squad deploy. Engineers taking heat.
Engineers do take a bit of damage. Engineers do take a bit of damage. Rifle squad and engineers moving around. We do have these Volksgrenadiers and pioneers here. Rifle squad has built a fuel observation post. Rifle squad probably just fancy some heavy cover there and start firing away. But we got flamer pioneers here, which would be a good counter to the rifle squad kind of heavy cover. Jeep focused on the flame engineer, so it's a rifle squad. Did take a bit of damage there. Rifle squad's also pretty close to that Volksgrenadiers. Volksgrenadiers also getting knocked around quite a bit. Rifle squad does take a bit of damage. Down south, Rifle squad for the mission sector. We do have the pioneer here.
Yeah.
Volksgrenadiers pushing the way forward. We do have, looks like a supply yard going on up. What was that sound? Down here, looks like the engineers got hit. Pioneer as well.
Engineers taking fire.
No, they're not. You can see he's not getting any more fire. Pioneer moving around. Jeep. Doing its job actually being a scout. Scouting out the culvert.
Operation posts report.
Volksgrenadiers live idle there. While the skirmish phase there. Got a good number of Volksgrenadiers on the field. 3 Volksgrenadiers. Still 4 Pioneers left in the field.
Losing ground.
1 engineer may be going down soon.
Jeep here. Taking fire.
It's ours. We'll take it like it down.
Flame engineers immolating the Jeep.
Forward supply lines are broken.
Yeah? Under fire. Who wants it?
Jeep's trying to fall back. Took a bit of damage there.
Eyes on me.
And we do have a bit of wire there and starting to layer up the wire as well. Very nice.
Engineers, eyes on enemy movement here. Looks like infantry.
Fire squad engaging the flame engineers. Fire squad getting immolated pretty badly. Fire squad does push the way forward. Volksgrenadiers behind some good heavy cover. Flame engineers right here. Fire squad getting some damage here. We do have Fire squad falling back. We do have the garrison. Well, garrison. And looks like a Volksgrenadier squad inside of there.
We hold the initiative. At this rate, we'll be taking Berlin by Christmas.
Only one of these models are firing, so he's getting hit by approximately 4 models. These guys are not doing anything. Slow
Losing ground
victory
out
for the rifleman. Jeep pushes the way forward. Another rock squad advancing. He has not tank trapped that area, and looks like maybe interrupts some movement. Laying down some more tank traps here as well. There may be a bit of opening there, at least for a proper tank.
Scout, on point.
We have territory cut
Jeep's
off.
trying to push the way forward.
Trucks are pounding us to hell here.
Our squad's trying to engage. Flame engineers quite wounded, immolating. Does destroy the barn there. Taking a large amount of damage there. Flame pioneers may want to fall back sooner rather than later.
Out there.
Panzerfaust connects onto the Jeep, does not take it out. Flame engineers getting some good damage here. Flame engineers managed to stay alive. Our squad may get wiped out here.
Territory cut off from supply.
And the Jeep will probably go down as well. Damage to crit there. And getting immolated.
Jeep is inactive.
Vehicle knocked out. Germans are
Pile
seizing
of
territory.
wire there. Mine super engineers trying to clean up the wire. Will take a bit of time. Just Q move a bunch of wire cutting. And unleash their inner teenager and start cutting away.
Forward supply lines are broken.
Yeah, that slight bit of help for Jen. He is going to Kampfkraft Center now.
Losing a victory point.
That's one design aspect I hate about the Wehrmacht in this game. It's the lack of medics. The passive health for Jen is nice and all, but not a perfect solution to wounded infantry units. And spending munitions just to heal up your units repeatedly is also something I hate about that ability, as well as Brits.
We're all reinforced. People. Engineers,
Did not keep a bunch of wire cutting.
Upgrade complete.
Greyhound, however, going to run over the wire.
Bye-bye.
Scoring 6 building kills, you monster. Armor skirts have been researched. Pintle Mount on the way.
Trucks are pounding us to hell here.
That's a Wehrmacht landmine he barely avoided. Close is going for a Panzerfaust. Does not go with the Panzerfaust. Minesweeper will come in time. Will spot the landmine. He got so lucky not hitting that. He was barely not hitting it. More terror escaping up here.
this is able company territory now.
It looks like maybe a hole there, but maybe not.
Right in the middle of a goddamn fire.
Our squad could advance to the heavy cover, but just going for the mission sector. Lemon Engineers emulating the Greyhound.
Paper.
And looks like the Minesweeper Engineers are cutting some wire down there. Flamer Pioneers do fall back.
Rifle squad deployed. Psst. Listen up.
Ready to go.
Rifle squad has the
Pack
objective.
38 deploying the field and hiding away.
Barbed wire cleared.
Rifle Squad captured the munitions sector.
Rifle squad has the objective. Eyes on me.
We're hot. Position under fire from crowd troops.
Volks Grenadiers get inside the church. Rifle Squad falls back to the heavy cover.
Has the objective.
We're ready.
Greyhound up here. Volks Grenadiers still terror escaping, as was the Pioneers.
Down.
Falling back up here. These guys are all pretty wounded.
Axis are winning the
Good
battle.
chance that the Pioneers get wiped out. Our squad 34 does find a landmine there. These fall back, get some medics. Redrock Sniper 4 in the field, 2 kills. And the Pioneer squad did manage to escape on out of there. Spots a sniper, needs to focus on that sniper. Going for a landmine there, and goes down. Well, he got the sniper, and the Greyhound was likely going down the Pack 38, so exploding like that, cast explosion, was probably a good idea. Yeah, definitely worth it. At that point in time, it was already dead. Pioneers engaged by the engineers. Those are the Pioneers technically won that fight.
Crowd infantry is firing on us.
2 members left from that Volks Grenadiers squad.
Jerry didn't even notice.
The Germans are after one of our munitions.
Doesn't look like anything being built there or being researched. Back there trying to clean up some of the hedges there. That's probably the assault phase.
We're
Volks
losing
Grenadiers heading
a
up
strategic
north.
sector.
He took out way more of the manpower than his own construction costs. Yep, I do believe so. Field-wise, however, not so much. Depends how much you value more at that moment. The manpower or the fuel. He definitely did save a lot more manpower by blowing up the sniper as well. Support weapon center now has been deployed in the field. He's trying to go for his counter sniper. He's going for a mortar. Way back here. 1 supply yard to upgrade, going for his triage center, relatively late triage center. M2 now deployed in the field. And the Volkswagen's capturing up the central VP as well. Voice is starting to go out.
Rifle squad taking fire.
Flight engineers emulating the riflemen.
Enemy unit down.
And they do get
Ground out
wiped
there.
out. Oh no, that was not assault phase, that was battle phase. We got the Panzer Command now being deployed in the field. The ammo cost and the fuel cost there, but he was likely going to lose it either way with how aggressive he was. I say in the end, it was making use of the best of the situation, but it was definitely an expensive trade. But since now there's soon to be a Panzer Command, the usefulness of the Greyhound was greatly going down. We got the propaganda war being utilized there as well. So him getting good trade like that would probably be the best, since it's going to be probably a Panzer IV relatively soon. Or Ostwind. So the usefulness of the Greyhound's definitely going to be greatly diminished soon. Right now, Panzer IV would probably be best, though Ostwind would also be excellent, particularly at this moment, since this one does not have any armored asset on the field. I think he did. I don't remember. There's just a lot of explosion there. This could be for a vehicle, could be for Knight's Crossholders. Hard to say at the exact moment. Also, in the Panzer IV, I think would be best. Volksgrenadiers. Oh, propaganda war again there. He's spending all his munitions on propaganda war, it looks like. There's another. There was a Knight's Crossholders.
Territory from us.
Pack 38, trimming the hedges. Going for another Greyhound. With our cast division, we probably know that's not a great call. Of course, he does not know about the Panzer Command just yet.
Forward supply lines are broken.
Knight's Crossholders are right here. Volksgrenadiers need a fully withdrawal from this region. He's about to break on through.
Firing on us!
Yep. I have cast him quite a bit in the past.
Sector under Allied control.
Bar squad getting some damage there.
We're here. Someone recce a Greyhound?
A fuel point is being seized.
Black Panzer Ostwind, no veterancy just yet. Go for that a little bit later, once you get pop cap.
Supply lines are broken.
Heavy
We have
recon.
Greyhound
Stand
fully
by.
deployed in the field, going for armored skirts and pivot mount.
Krauts are
Pack
pounding on a
38
forward emplacement.
needs to stop firing and start hiding. Ostwind made itself known right there.
They're hitting one of our
Hitting
forward
the
emplacements,
AT gun now.
trying
He
to
needs
take
to
our
deploy his own
territory.
AT gun on the field. Right now he has none. He has gone... Actually, no, he's not selected doctrine, has he?
Upgrade complete.
We have a secured sector under
Doesn't have a
attack.
motor pool and not enough fuel to deploy a motor pool and a Sherman tank.
Enhance the objective.
Needs an M1AT gun.
They're hitting one of our forward emplacements, trying to take our territory.
Going for M1AT gun now. You could try to go for armor, try to go for a Pershing.
Losing ground out there. Composition B.
Can not damage these forces. Rock squad does fall back. He, Black Panzer also went forward, gets a gunner killed
We have
right
a
there.
secured sector under attack.
Rear armor exposed on the Greyhound. In a field observation post.
Krauts are
we
pounding on a forward emplacement. Base is under attack.
M1AT gun still being built.
Yep.
Supply lines are broken.
M1AT gun almost complete. He really does need it. His opponent should be going for more armor. That's Pack 38 there.
The enemy stands at 300 points. Germans are pounding our base. Our supply lines are being
AT
threatened.
is deployed.
Round bounce on the triage center. Ow, I'm not sure. Makes as much sense as... I love how a lot of buildings and stuff in this game has unusually high armor. Like trucks, like the British trucks, somehow they can bounce Pack 38 shots. Which is probably the truck's either a mix between aluminum or even just wood. Wouldn't surprise me back in World War II, a lot of trucks had a bit of wood on them to save on construction costs. AT gun doesn't have recamouflage there. Knight's Crossholders push forward. They do have at least
Got
questions one.
hostiles in the compound. Base is under attack.
Black 88 is going to get repaired on there, so he took up 30 cal emplacement. He's able to push forward and hit the AT gun. Most gunners push forward. Knight's Crossholders in reserve.
Weapon crew reporting casualties. Enemy unit down.
Those who's the Volksgrenadiers. Knight's Crossholders behind some heavy cover.
Base is under attack.
Greyhound advanced towards the back Ostwind. Double pants falls there. Does take up the Greyhound there, and 180 gun way back here. Try and go for a forward machine gun placement, I believe. I don't think that's going to be a repair bunker. This is probably the most forward I've ever seen a bunker being deployed on the field, honestly. I don't think I've ever seen a bunker being saturated outside the opponent's base like this.
Base is under enemy fire.
Late response there on the Oswin to pull it back.
We've got new recruits.
Enemy unit down.
Bar squad could head to this cutoff sector.
Our front lines are collapsing.
He could deploy a Goliath out from that bunker right now.
They have 200 points.
So if they pack the or the M180 gun here, he should be able to get the bunker no problem, as plenty of spotters in nearby structures.
Germans are pounding.
How far he can see out.
Forward supply.
That's cross orders pushing their way forward into these units. Our squad is starting to fall back. Next cross orders need to start falling back as well. Our squad does get back to C2. Most grenadiers have catch the Southern VP, but looks like they really stacked up and got immolated pretty hard there. The bunker has gone down. Our squad is going to push the way forward. Next cross orders and Volkswagen is here, but both are wounded. Black Panther also pushes the way forward.
People. Psst. Listen up. People.
Volkswagen
Enemy units
get wiped out.
there.
M180 gun here, another Oswin. US player is not stuck in doctrine. He's good. He could go for either infantry or for actually all the doctrines seem pretty good to me at the moment. Off map combat group, go for a Pershing. He needs more command points for that though. Or he has enough munitions for airborne abilities as well. He is doing quite well. He also has a VP advantage as well for the US player. That has now been captured in favor of the Austria player. He's also been maintaining good control of this half of the map as well, so he's getting good amount of munitions. Was a little low on fuel, and this fuel was flipped for a bit of time. Well, the Wehrmacht player was actually having less income somehow. Cause see a 10, 10, and 5.
In armored operations.
Yeah, I suppose it was a little bit mixed. And when Gun does fall back, he has gone for field repair, so just need one more command point for the Pershing.
Able company has the point.
We got heavy armor moving on us!
Napping. We took the point. No goddamn. Eyes on me.
We're losing ground out there.
Oh, got a 40 HQ just established there. Nice cross orders straight forward. They could try to go for a stun grenade. Oswin is still extremely wounded, so not like to push forward and hit this rifle squad. And we're to gun there. Right now, he does not see the Oswin, but he's trying to siege down that church. The church is becoming extra holy.
We're all reinforced.
We're losing ground out there.
As well, tank depot. A Sherman tank probably would be very nice. If it goes for Pershing, even a Sherman crocodile wouldn't be half bad. This one has gone for a good number of tank traps. Grenades been researched. Flying engineers push forward, got a good amount of actually to flamethrowers there.
Infantry squad lost.
180 gun does get decrewed.
Report we are losing a sector.
There's a frag grenade there, but largely gets avoided. Nice crossroad taking some damage. This nice crossroad trying to decrew the AT gun there as well. Oswin is still partially damaged.
What are my coordinates?
Those decrew the AT gun. Nice crossroad needs to start falling back.
Heavy armor for us.
Everything's falling back here at the US player, but got a bit of a retreat bug.
Losing ground out there.
He stopped retreating there. He stopped retreating both of them, which allowed him to almost wipe out that Panzer.
Forward supply lines are broken.
Another retreat bug there. But the rounds does
taking
get
casualties.
retreat timed out. If you see a retreat bug like that, I'm not sure if he actually saw the exclamation point. If you see a retreat bug like that, don't attack your opponent. There's not. It's a bug. Don't exploit bugs. Be a good sport. Pershing deployed in the field. He still has a pair of engineers in the field, so he has plenty of sources of repairs at the moment. Does take a pen there. It was not only a retreat bug, it was a double retreat bug times 2. Yeah, that was a pretty bad retreat bug. I wonder is something how the AT gun in front of him just causing pathing issues. And we got the pack abuse bug to go along with it. But the Pershing's bouncing some rounds there. Could go field repaired for more repairs. But needs to start falling back the Pershing. Stopped in the pack abuse bug, and when he's too busy microing up here. Still needs to keep on falling back. He has quite a bit of fuel. He could go for a Churchill, or not Churchill, Sherman or Sherman Crocodile. Another pair of engineers.
Germans are after one of our munitions points.
Oswin firing away, hitting that rifleman. If the Pershing able to get some veterancy going before anything get put out the counter is, such as a Panther, which is not on the build queue, that could be very good.
Engineers, welcome to the front lines. We've got our flamethrower.
Round bounce on the trees.
Enemy movement here. Looks like it.
Cleans up that hedge there and allows the ref squad to engage the Knights crossholders. Another bounce on the trees. Pershing almost fully repaired now. Pershing gets a nice hit there. When it gets to usually get around 8 kills, it'll get veterancy 2 or veterancy 1. He has a good 2 veterancy 2 rifle squads, which is always very nice to see. Pershing takes up bounces and maybe use a field repair to keep him going, but engineers trying to keep it topped off in health in combat. Bar squad retreat forward. Gets good hits in the Knights crossholders. Grenade has been thrown there.
Position taking fire. Guys, listen up. Covering fire.
Eyes on me.
I get a bad feeling about this, Sarge.
Good shot there on the Flak 88. Good pen there, destroys the engine. Rock squad does take some hits there. Oswin has been destroyed from the AT gun.
What are my coordinates?
Nothing being pulled up by the Panzer Command. He needs a Panther. Apologies for my microphone. Our squad take a bit of damage there. Pershing getting repaired on up. And when you take on falling back, this one in the background firing away.
Enemy unit
Wipes of the
down.
Pioneers, the Pershing. Pershing now getting some repairs. Good hit there.
Routes are grabbing territory.
Especially one the Pershing at 3 kills. May have hit his own rifleman there. Grenades been thrown on top of the AT gun, does decrew it.
Enemy unit down.
These guys are pretty stacked up. I feel like the Pershing's next shot's gonna be quite deadly. Did rain a little bit far. King tagging up low on the field. Annihilates that squad there. Trying to fall back. We do have a US landmine there. The Kentucker may find it. AT gun needs to repair tar. Oh, does find it there. Barely managed to scrape it. Double AT gun in range. Couple bounces there. Pershing does take a pen there. Field repair would probably be a good idea right now.
Enemy unit
Wipes
down.
up the squad entirely. We're probably pretty close to Veteran C1 or Veteran C2.
Rifle squad has the objective.
Catching up north. Still just one level of supply yard.
Able company has a point. Yeah.
Mechanized has their orders. They will now take and hold.
Light vehicles can now capture up sectors. Bar ref squad engaging. No, he has access to frag grenades, so we could see a frag here. He has nice little stockpile munitions. Does get suppressed there. Flame shears push forward. Rest squad's gonna take some fire, literally.
Enemy unit
Flamer
down.
Pioneers do get wiped on out. Push forward, Vegetable Blood. King Tiger almost fully repaired as well. Does receive a bounce. It's hit there. I think one more kill and maybe we'll get Vegetable Tooth for the Pershing. Hitting Knight's cross orders. He's at a range and angle from the King Tiger, so him hitting some of these other units would be very nice. Try to get that Vegetable 2. The 180 gun gets a pen there. Does receive a pen in return. Sends a bounce there. Actually, the Pershing period has an angle on the King Tiger. King Tiger now retaliating. Pershing start to fall back. Those force fighting ground there. Bounce there. Love to supply yard production research. Rice squad. I don't know if he has access to sticky bombs. I haven't heard the research of sticky bombs just yet. Good hit there. Getting Veteran C2. Pershing Veteran C is where it becomes a bit more of a winning condition. At Veteran C3, the Pershing becomes a winning condition. King Tiger still has the game to crit from that lion mine. Two Flamer Pioneers in the region, and one gun still firing away. Two Hellcats deployed in the field, very nice. I think he has enough command points for the Allied War Machine. Pursuit 2 Pershing straight forward. Rice squad gets a nice flank there. He's some of the Flamer Pioneers. Wipe out one of the Flamer Pioneers. King Tiger still has damage and crit. Allied field repair would be very nice. You're now the Hellcats move forward. King Tiger getting distracted by the infantry, which are pretty stacked piled up, so could get some good splash damage. Loses the AT gun there. Hellcats can push the way forward. But right now, the Wehr player has no fuel control. Does get fully immobilized there. Hellcats pushing down south. King Tiger's turrets rotating in the wrong direction. Persian can push forward safely.
Enemy is down to
Bounce
100
there.
points.
Rolls a miss there. Persian Specialty 2 is going to be very useful. He's forced on the ground there, so I'm not sure what he's doing. Persian gets Specialty 3 from that, so no, that's probably going to be a winning condition. He has no Panthers in the field. I don't know if he has any vehicle vectors yet as well. And it looks like the Wehr player has resigned from the game. This is Angry saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.